Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself. If you look for perfection, you'll never be content. All happy families are alike. Each unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. It is amazing how complete is the delusion that beauty is goodness. I think if it is true that there are as many minds as there are heads, then there are as many kinds of love as there are hearts. Respect was invented to cover the empty place where love should be. Spring is the time of plans and projects. We can know only that we know nothing, and that is the highest degree of human wisdom. Only people who are capable of loving strongly can also suffer great sorrow, but this same necessity of loving serves to counteract their grief and heals them. In the name of God, stop a moment, cease your work, look around you. Nothing is so necessary for a young man as the company of intelligent women. Is it really possible to tell someone else what one feels? Rummaging in our souls, we often dig up something that ought to have lain there unnoticed. Wrong does not cease to be wrong because the majority share in it. When you love someone, you love the person as they are, and not as you'd like them to be. The two most powerful warriors are patience and time. It's much better to do good in a way that no one knows anything about it. If everyone fought for their own convictions, there would be no war. There is no greatness where there is not simplicity, goodness, and truth. All great literature is one of two stories. A man goes on a journey, or a stranger comes to town. Happiness does not depend on outward things, but on the way we see them. Anything is better than lies and deceit. It's not given to people to judge what's right or wrong. People have eternally been mistaken and will be mistaken, and in nothing more than in what they consider right and wrong. The law of loving others could not be discovered by reason, because it is unreasonable. You can love a person dear to you with a human love, but an enemy can only be loved with divine love. All the diversity, all the charm, and all the beauty of life are made up of light and shade. True life is lived when tiny changes occur. If we admit that human life can be ruled by reason, then all possibility of life is destroyed. Be bad, but at least don't be a liar, a deceiver. The whole world is divided for me into two parts. One is she, and there is all happiness, hope, light. The other is where she is not, and there is dejection and darkness. We are asleep until we fall in love. Men don't understand what is noble and what is ignorant, though they always talk about it. To tell the truth is very difficult, and young people are rarely capable of it. What counts in making a happy marriage is not so much how compatible you are, but how you deal with incompatibility. To get rid of an enemy, one must love him. Man cannot possess anything as long as he fears death, but to him who does not fear it, everything belongs. If there was no suffering, man would not know his limits, would not know himself. Whatever our fate is, or may be, we have made it, and do not complain of it. There are no conditions to which a person cannot grow accustomed, especially if he sees that everyone around him lives in the same way. The only absolute knowledge attainable by man is that life is meaningless. A man is like a fraction whose numerator is what he is, and whose denominator is what he thinks of himself. The larger the denominator, the smaller the fraction. Pure and complete sorrow is as impossible as pure and complete joy. Every lie is a poison. There are no harmless lies. Only the truth is safe. Only the truth gives me consolation. It is the one unbreakable diamond. Kings are the slaves of history. Instead of going to Paris to attend lectures, go to the public library, and you won't come out for 20 years if you really wish to learn. Error is the force that welds men together. Truth is communicated to men only by deeds of truth. To educate the peasantry, 3 things are needed: schools, schools, and schools. Thank you for watching this compilation of Leo Tolstoy quotes from QuotesAtoZ. Here's another video specially handpicked for you. I'm sure you'll love it too. Please subscribe to QuotesAtoZ for such motivational videos. Stay motivated, stay happy. Later.